Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ola. In today's video I'll be talking about the journey of an immigrant, okay? Like the different stages, the different phases that an immigrant has to go through before getting to a place of stability. So I was able to put up like the phases according to myself, okay? According to me, I was able to put up phases that of struggles that an immigrants go through. So starting with the first phase is the honeymoon phase. I call it the honeymoon phase. That is that phase where you're so excited, you're so super excited over your new country, like the country you moved to. You're super excited about a lot of things that are very fascinating to you. Like you can see the good roads, you can see like 24 hours electricity. You know, NEPA don't take light. If you're from Nigeria, understand what I mean? Like NEPA can take light, like the power authority in Nigeria, they can take the light anytime. Like you wake up and this light doesn't just go out. What is happening? You're so excited. Like you go out, you see white people. Maybe in your life you've never seen that crowd of white people before. You know, you're so excited. Like, and you're somewhere like in Nova Scotia. People are so accommodating and friendly. Like they're always smiling. They're always saying hello. You know, they're always happy to see you. Like that's what their facial expression says. You know, you're having a burst of excitement at that moment. That's what I call the honeymoon stage, and that is just in few weeks, you know, after coming. Secondly, the second phase is the culture shock phase, okay? Like where you have to struggle with like language barrier. You have to, you know, somehow start feeling like you're out of place, like socially you're not able to like socially integrate with them, like the kind of things that they do, or probably the way they talk, their accent and all of that is becoming like a struggle for you. And then you feel you're lonely, you're isolated, like socially isolated. Your friends are not close by, or sometimes because of the time zone, you may be calling a friend and your friend may be asleep at the time. You're not able to talk to your friend or your family members. And also with the weather, you know, it gets lonelier during winter, you know, everywhere is so cold. People are not going out anymore. You're indoors. If you're not working, you're hurrying to get into a warm place. So that is that stage, that culture shock stage, okay? After that, anyway, that doesn't really go away. Like with the weather, I don't think it ever goes away. Like it's always fresh. Whenever winter starts, like it's always fresh. You start getting that feeling again. So you move to the phase I call the survival phase. This phase, this is where you start like sort of like a reality check, where you understand that you were probably a senior manager in a very good organization from your home, your country, back home, and you're expecting that, oh, once I get here I can land myself a very good job, you know, and all of that. It doesn't really work that way. See, here in Canada, okay, like I think the place experience and some of others that Canadian certifications above your doctorate degree and all of that, they don't tend to like trust it. Okay, like you may come into this country and be searching for a job. Nobody gives you a job because they feel you're new and all of that. They need you to understand the work culture, the Canadian work culture, okay, integrate well into the system, so you won't struggle a lot when you get a job. So you're faced with either you take those survival jobs to get by, or you keep waiting and waiting and waiting for your dream job. So at that point, there are bills that are accumulating, electricity bill, all the bills, all the taxes, they're all there waiting for you. And so at that point, that is the point where you struggle a lot and you feel like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, some people may have like maybe sold properties, sold important things back home just to get here, feeling like, you know, the view, like the narrative out there is like, oh, when you get here, oh, you've made it, like your life is beautiful, as if you pluck money from the trees, or it's just so you easily just make this money. No, you don't make any money. Nothing is for free here. Like, you know, you really need to work so hard, put in so much hard work. Even with those survival jobs, a lot is expected from you. If you treat it like a trash, you don't get paid. Like, you need to take it like with your full chest and do that job, that thing that they ask you to do, whatever it entails. You need to give your best to it. So don't think, because a lot of people like the Canadians, they're doing that job all their life. Some people may have been doing it for 30 years, 40 years. Like, that's the only job they've known, and they hold it sacred. So you come in there, you want to earn from it, you need to put in that work. Like, you need to call it your job. So at that point, that is the point where I feel like a lot of people struggle a lot. And then you see that you need to like get your credentials assessed to even understand where it stands when it's placed with the Canadian certification, credential, and all of that. So moving from there, you get to stage where I call the integration phase. And this happens probably about 2 years or more when you've been in the country. At this point, of course, probably you've started, probably before now, you've started trying to get some more Canadian certifications. You're trying to upskill, upgrade your skills and all of that. So you're able to land yourself a better job, a better paying job, okay? So at this stage, probably you've been able to now get a job, that your dream job, or the job you're doing back home, you've been able to get back in. And then you've learned their culture, their work culture, you've integrated like so well that you have your dream job now. And you started going on coffee dates and tea dates, you have Canadian friends, you have and all of that. Things are beginning to look okay. Like you've been able to map up a plan on how your funds and all your earnings, or probably you started thinking about investing in stocks and all of that. Like things are actually, at this stage, things are not looking as tough as it used to be. So the next stage that I call the final stage is that stage of stability. At this point, probably you've become a permanent resident or probably a citizen of the country. At this point, like you started probably you're starting your own business. You have your own business, you have people working for you. You're beginning to give back, like you started volunteering and all of that, or mentoring people, newcomers who are just coming. You just have time, like you've been able to access all those services like the healthcare and all of that. Like you're like a pro in all of that. Like you've settled. That is the point where I feel you have actually settled. Even if you want to move from one career to the other, it's easy for you. You want to take, maybe you've been like a salesperson all your life and now you want to become an engineer, you want to become whatever you want to become. You can easily just switch. You can start a new career, start a new school. You can start a new, take a new study, okay? And all of that, of course, you're easily able to get scholarships or probably the funding and probably get a loan. And also, of course, you pay less, unlike somebody with a temporary permit, like as a study, like as international students. So you have all those things. And at that point, that's when you feel like, okay, you want to start running some business back home. That is, if you feel comfortable with it, or you want to start owning a place back home, or you want to start traveling back easily, you can get a flight ticket, can go home, see your people. Like, that is that stage where I feel that as an immigrant, you're stable to some point. That is if you had a plan, like you've been working with a plan and be following your plan diligently. Because there's a lot of people who came in and they couldn't even make it through the survival stage. For real, they haven't been able to. They're stuck there. They're stuck there. Especially like some of our children, like some of us back home, some people back home who send their kids in here at 16, 17 to study. It's really, really tough for these kids. Some of them, they struggle a lot and they're never able to get through it. They deal with a lot of things. Okay, so that is it, guys. It is stage by stage. You just need to be sure that this is what you want, this is what you want to do, so you don't get discouraged at the middle of the way. Okay, so just stick to it. If you made up your mind you want to be here, then just know that it's only time. Like time will tell. It will fade away and you get into the next stage, as long as you keep pushing, as long as you don't give up, okay? As long as you know that this is what you want for yourself, regardless of what you're faced with. Because come to think of it, you've been in your country for God knows how many years, and yet you still feel like something is missing. You feel like this is not the life I want for myself. You don't expect to come into a new country because it's a developed country, or you feel it has so many opportunities and you feel that this is it, like I just have to hit it big, I have to hit it, like this is it, I don't need to waste so much. No, you give it time. Give it time. You just give it time. I have a shot I made about you can't get rich, and kind of like what I mean. You can't get rich like you're coming to make it blow up and all of that in a few months. It doesn't work that way. It gives you that beautiful life. It gives you that peace, that security, that safety. It gives you a place to raise good children. Like it gives you that beautiful life, an affordable one at that. So guys, if you're still hoping to migrate to Canada, don't give up. Don't feel discouraged, okay? When you face these things, don't feel like, oh, it was a mistake. No, it will pass. Guys, it will pass, because I'm speaking from experience. It will pass, okay? So are you in Canada? Have you been in Canada for some time now? How long have you been? Which stage do you think you are in? Are you in that place where you feel like, oh, I made a mistake? Or are you in that place where you feel, well, I'm now an odogu, like I don't come? Or where are you? Let me know in the comment section, please, guys. Please, I need your views. I need to see what you think. I need to see your own experiences, okay, in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye for now.